Hello, and welcome to the New York Press Association's Better Newspaper Contest Awards presentation. My name is Michelle Ray. I'm the Executive Director of the New York Press Association, and with me is Mark Vinciguerra. Mark is a past president of the New York Press Association Board of Directors and also the president of Capital Region Independent Media, which publishes multiple newspapers throughout New York's Capital Region. I'm sorry that we're not doing this in person. We all miss seeing you, and the entire NYPA staff said to say hello to all of you and tell you how much we hope we get to see you soon. But without further ado, I think we'll start with the first awards presentations. So let's start with coverage of local government, Division 1. Honorable mention goes to the Highlands Current. Third place goes to the Suffolk County News. Second place goes to the Albany Business Review. And first place,
top-notch watchdog reporting all around. Excellent scene-setting intro on the Cortland County truck dilemma in the story on the county's fiscal crisis. Lead on the recycling story relates well to the common taxpayer and reader. Love the story on Bannerwick's KKK connection with quotes that seem surreal, even for today. The fact this guy won via write-in vote is scary. Your stories are well reported and well written, and they force readers to pay attention and finish. They shake people awake.
coverage of local government, Division 1, first place goes to Shenandoah Briere of the Cortland Standard. Coverage of local government, Division 2, honorable mention goes to the Cazenovia Republican. Third place goes to Long Island Press. Second place goes to Norwood News. And first place.
These varied entries show broad commitment to covering agencies and discovering facts. They are such good reads, you hardly notice what deep dives that they are.
Coverage of local government, Division 2, first place goes to Ryan Brady, Michael Gannon, and Michael Shane of the Queens Chronicle. Coverage of education, Division 1, honorable mention goes to the Westmore News. Honorable mention also goes to Business First of Buffalo. Third place goes to the East Hampton Press. Second place goes to the Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. And first place.
Great storytelling. Good use of pictures and pull quotes too. Like the presentation and the fact that you shared her resignation letter. Great pull quotes, headline, subhead. Connects with readers on an emotional level. Delicate but important subject. Like that you gave a teen suicide hotline at the end as well. Great presentation and education of readers to understand the topic.
Coverage of education, Division 1, first place goes to Andrew Garcia, Eric Hawkins, and Alyssa Seidman of the Merrick Herald Life. Coverage of education, Division 2, third place goes to the Spotlight. Second place goes to the Queens Chronicle. And first place.
Outstanding writing. Thoughtful, fresh, and clear writing tackles complex subjects, delivering readers the genuine local journalism every community deserves.
Coverage of education, Division 2, first place goes to Brett Yates and Nathan Weiser, the Red Hook Star Review. Coverage of business, financial, and economic news. Honorable mention goes to the Sag Harbor Express. Third place goes to the Highlands Current. Second place goes to Business First of Buffalo. And first place.
What an impressive array of deep dive enterprise stories. These are big concept, high wire projects that require authoritative reporting and compelling storytelling, enhanced by personal stories, and they deliver. The presentation is consistently superb. Bold, engaging design, powerful photography, exemplary use of graphics, sidebars, and information pullouts.
Coverage of business, financial, and economic news, first place goes to Albany Business Review. Coverage of the arts, Division 1, honorable mention goes to the Southampton Press, Western Edition. Third place goes to the Southampton Press, Eastern Edition. Second place goes to the Riverdale Press. And first place?
Great coverage. I felt pulled into all the stories, both in content and visually.
Coverage of the arts, Division 1, first place goes to Griffin Kelly and Aaron Serbone, Adirondack Daily Enterprise. Coverage of the arts, Division 2, honorable mention goes to the Jewish Week. Third place goes to the Villager. Second place goes to Garden City Life. And first place.
Phenomenal job. I felt like I was pulled into each story and wanted to keep reading. Beautiful way with words and an obvious love of the arts. Thank you.
Coverage of the Arts, Division 2, first place goes to Benjamin Pomerantz, Lake Champlain Weekly. Coverage of the environment, third place, the Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. Second place, the Towns of Smithtown Township. First place,
Attractive packaging, tight writing, and breadth of coverage from plastic bags to beaver dams make this a winner.
coverage of the environment, first place goes to the Record Review. Coverage of health, healthcare, and science. Honorable mention goes to the Jewish Week. Honorable mention also goes to GreaterLongIsland.com. Third place goes to the News Review. Second place goes to the Southampton Press Western Edition. And first place,
Entries were varied and all interesting. Authors take national topics and tie them in with local perspectives and impacts. There was good information throughout and plenty of voices. Strong effort all around. Great job.
coverage of health, healthcare, and science. First place goes to the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. Coverage of crime, police, and courts. Division 1. Third place goes to the Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. Second place goes to the Suffolk Times. And first place,
Nice selection across a broad range of crime and court stories, written so well it's impossible to stop reading.
coverage of crime, police, and courts. First place goes to the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. Coverage of crime, police, and courts, Division 2. Third place goes to North Country This Week. Second place goes to Gay City News. And first place,
Consistently strong, engaging writing makes this the winner.
coverage of crime, police, and courts, Division 2. First place goes to The Independent. Coverage of election politics. Honorable mention goes to the West Side Spirit. Third place goes to Gay City News. Second place, the Highlands Current. And first place,
Excellent writing on some important topics.
coverage of election politics. First place goes to City and State. Coverage of agriculture. Third place goes to the Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. Second place goes to the Lake Placid News. And first place,
The coverage of agriculture news and trends is impressive, and the newspaper was the runaway winner in this category. Michael Wright consistently offers more than expected. His story on overtime was comprehensively sourced and reported and explored related issues that are major factors in the economy of small-scale farming. Excellent use of quotes and descriptive detail, top-drawer reporting at its best. Lisa Daffy's story on the plight of bees is the best I've read, and I've read many on this slowly unfolding tragedy. All of the writers for this entry were outstanding. Job well done.
coverage of agriculture. First place goes to the East Hampton Press. Coverage of religion. Honorable mention goes to the Westbury Times. Third place goes to Gay City News. Second place goes to the Red Hook Star Review. And first place,
Lovely and thoroughly insightful reporting on a tough story.
coverage of religion. First place goes to Our Town, New York City. Sports coverage. Honorable mention, the Smithtown News. Another honorable mention to the Independent. Third place to the Scarsdale Inquirer. And second place to the Sag Harbor Express. First place was a tie.
Very good coverage, even comments by participants besides the coaches. Lots of detail, excellent photos, great Little League feature with parents included. Great outdoor columns, good variety with a panda no less. A team loses, huge action photo eases the pain in this story. Adults get ink and photos in this comprehensive community sports package. You catch seafood and sailing, add balance to the pages. Excellent features.
One of the first place awards goes to Drew Budd of the Southampton Press Western Edition. The other first place,
Great short story on swim author and photo. Good outdoor columns, real people doing real things beyond the sidelines and dugouts. Variety really spices these pages. And section cover photos are great lures. Good writing, good presentation, good variety.
So the other award for first place sports coverage also goes to Drew Budd, but this time of the East Hampton Press. Best obituaries. Third place goes to the Sullivan County Democrat. Second place goes to the Jewish Week. And first place.
These are very good, detailed, specific, present tense, active, alive, giving a full and total sense of a well-lived life.
Best obituaries. First place goes to Elizabeth Izo and Aaron Serbone, the Adirondack Daily Enterprise. Headline writing. Third place, the Rockaway Times. Second place, the Lynbrook East Rockaway Herald. And first place?
Nice sampling across news categories, consistently accurate, succinct, and clever.
Headline writing. First place goes to the News Review. News story, Division 1, honorable mention goes to the Sun and Record. Honorable mention also goes to the Cornwall Local. Third place goes to the Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. Second place goes to the Westmore News. And first place,
well detailed, sourced, researched, and developed, reflects the community's values and positions. Good job.
News story, Division 1, first place goes to Warsaw's Country Courier. News story, Division 2, third place goes to the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. Second place goes to the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. And first place?
A poignant story just waiting to be told, and it was told clearly and with passion. Fine work.
News story, Division 2, first place goes to Valerie Gordon, the Southampton Press Western Edition. News story, Division 3, third place goes to the Seacliff Glen Herald Gazette. Second place goes to the Riverdale Press. First place,
multiple sources, wide-ranging viewpoints, solid facts, and good writing make this a substantial story worth reading.
News story, Division 3, first place goes to the Riverdale Press. News story, Division 4, honorable mention, David Ambro, the Smithtown News. Third place, Benjamin Fang, Queen's Ledger. Second place, David Ambro, the Smithtown News. And first place,
interesting story, especially for a judge from Washington State, home of Amazon.
News story, Division 4, first place goes to Benjamin Fang, Queen's Examiner. News story, Division 5, honorable mention goes to the Queen's Courier. Another honorable mention to the Chronicle Express. Third place goes to the Independent. Second place goes to the Daily Gazette. And first place
does good job of explaining the sales pitch for filtration systems and the perspective of water purveyors.
News story, Division 5, first place goes to the Long Island Press. Best News or Feature Series, Division 1, honorable mention, The Record Review. Third place, the Scarsdale Inquirer. Second place, the Highlands Current. And first place,
really well written, good sentence structure, no typos, wonderful.
Best News or Feature Series, Division 1, first place goes to the Highlands Current. Best News or Feature Series, Division 2, honorable mention goes to the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. Third place goes to the Albany Business Review. Second place goes to the Daily Star. And first place,
edgy, well-researched, well-written, polished, just excellent. Congratulations.
Best News or Feature Series, Division 2, first place goes to the Nassau Herald. Best News or Feature Series, Division 3, honorable mention goes to the Northport Observer. Third place goes to the Daily News. Second place goes to the Times of Huntington. And first place,
a powerful series with outstanding writing. The lead story contrasting the two cases is excellent. The interview with Xander's mother, who was a tragically eloquent lantern bearer throughout this terrible experience, is searing. The writer lets her speak and creates the necessary narrative links between quotes with an expert hand to keep the story moving. The sidebar hits the perfect note, and in this case, the screen works. The story, language can mean life or death, is superb. The reader is in the hands of a real storyteller. The series contains some great photos, strong writing, urgent facts. It's thorough, maybe over thorough, but respects the intelligence of the reader. Bonus points here for ambition, which was considerable.
Wow. Best News or Feature Series, Division 3, first place goes to the Press Republican. Best News or Feature Series, Division 4, there's a tie for honorable mention, first to the Queen's Chronicle and second to the Westbury Times. Third place goes to Our Town, New York City. Second place goes to the Norwood News. And first place?
An exploration of high suicide rates within the NYPD starts out with the story of a beloved and respected deputy chief who shot himself the day after filing mandatory retirement papers at age 63. Quotes from colleagues portray the kind of man one would least expect to take his own life. The next installment focuses on perceived lack of internal support from NYPD, drawing on the perspectives of relatives and colleagues of suicide victims, followed by an examination of the current epidemic versus a similar one in the 1990s. What's changed and what needs to. The rating is strong all the way. A serious subject gets proper and professional treatment. It's hard to imagine how this could have been done any better. Congratulations.
Best News or Feature Series, Division 4, first place goes to the Queen's Chronicle. Best Column, Division 1, honorable mention goes to Douglas Cunningham, Putnam County News and Recorder. Third place goes to Danielle Cazzola, the Daily Star. Second place goes to Chip Rowe, the Highlands Current. And first place?
Your bold columns shine a light on big, dark global issues at home. We're surprised that slavery still exists, sexual abuse still thrives in high places, and white supremacy is still publicly honored. Why are we surprised? These things never stopped.
Best Column, Division 1, first place goes to Steve Wick of the Suffolk Times. Best Column, Division 2, honorable mention goes to Bob Newmas, Mayapack News. Third place goes to Scott Brinton, Merrick Herald Life. Second place goes to Carlos Sandoval, the East Hampton Press. And first place?
Your experience in balancing a career in motherhood painted a picture of how it was, how things have changed, and yet so much is the same. It takes two incomes. Women's soccer pulled together a lot of layers and gave the message depth. Your experience added authority. These two columns were great.
Best Column, Division 2, first place goes to Leah Donaeff, the Village Times Herald. Best Column, Division 3, honorable mention goes to Andrew Silo Carroll, the Jewish Week. Third place goes to Anthony Brandt, the Southampton Press Eastern Edition. Second place goes to Bill Shumway, the North Country This Week. And first place?
Sharp commentary on local spin on larger context is hilarious when morphed into a tax form, thank you notes, and multiple answer quiz.
Best Column, Division 3, first place goes to Charlie Githler, Ithaca Times. Feature Story, Division 1, honorable mention goes to Andy Flynn, Lake Placid News. Third place goes to Ambrose Clancy, Shelter Island Reporter. Second place goes to Nicholas Esposito, GreaterLongIsland.com. And first place?
All news is local news, and this piece is a prime example of how to localize a nationwide epidemic. The article explores the darkness of addiction and its larger impact on the state from both the human perspective and the credible research-based perspective. The author included key sources from the Department of Health to the local police chief and skillfully tied in the compelling details of an individual facing addiction.
Feature Story, Division 1, first place goes to Roger Hannigan Gilson, The Other Hudson Valley. Feature Story, Division 2, honorable mention goes to Allison Rooney, The Highlands Current. Third place goes to Sarah Walpoff, Westmore News. Second place, Todd Sliss, The Scarsdale Inquirer. And first place?
Heartwarming story of reunion includes a mystery and how it was solved.
Feature Story, Division 2, first place goes to Elizabeth Floyd Mayer, The Altamont Enterprise and Albany County Post. Feature Story, Division 3, third place, Michelle Traring, The Sag Harbor Express. Second place, Annette Hinkle, The East Hampton Press. And first place?
This story is expertly crafted with great descriptions that put you at the scene while weaving business information around a compelling narrative of a family's dreams and efforts. You know you have a winner when you finish the story and wish there was more. Good job.
Feature Story Division 3, first place goes to Michael Damasi, Albany Business Review. Feature Story Division 4, honorable mention goes to Michael Hinman, the Riverdale Press. Third place goes to David Proper, the Putnam Examiner. Second place goes to Jody Weinberger, North Salem News. And first place,
Excellent watchdog story and public service and notifying the public about this fraudulent business.
Feature Story Division 4, first place goes to Brian Marshhauser, the Yorktown News. Feature Story Division 5, honorable mention goes to Rita J. Egan, the Times of Middle County. Honorable mention goes to Laura Johnson, the Times of Middle County. Third place goes to Donna Deedy, the Times of Smithtown Township. Second place goes to Jason Klaber, Eagle Bulletin. And first place,
The writer weaves the man's story seamlessly with others from the presentation, facts, and the man's own story. It was a beautiful read and included a detailed personal narrative of the part that many addiction and recovery stories don't include, childhood and the man's descent into using. The quotes and paraphrased bits were stitched together smoothly and were easy to read, which is not easy to do. What a fabulous and well-written story about an issue that affects so many communities, especially since this one had a positive ending.
Feature Story Division 5, first place goes to Mallory Diefenbach, the Daily News. Feature Story Division 6, honorable mention goes to Benjamin Pomerantz, Lake Champlain Weekly. Third place goes to Robin Cowdell, Press Republican. Second place, David Ambro, the Smithtown News. And first place,
This was a once-in-a-lifetime story that these students will remember their whole lives. The story flows well with a nice intro and setup. It made me want to hear all of the students' questions, so I watched the video. The info box was a nice touch. Writing about such a cool experience translates well, and it made me grin. Great job.
Feature Story Division 6, first place goes to Kayla Breen, the Press Republican. Feature Story Division 7, honorable mention, Rudy Malcolm, Long Island Weekly. Honorable mention, Jason Grant, New York Law Journal. Third place, Matt Butler, Ithaca Times. Second place, Marco Shaden, Manhasset Press. And first place,
This exceptional narrative bridges a huge cultural, religious, national gap and inspires the reader to wonder and reflect upon how societal differences could be resolved without an inspirational war. Great reporting, sourcing, writing. This substantive examination of Muslim-Jewish collaboration in the spirit of humanity should be discovered, embraced, and shared across our nation.
Feature Story Division 7, first place, Steve Lipman, The Jewish Week. Feature Photo Division 1, honorable mention, Jim McLean, The Scarsdale Inquirer. Third place, Michael Turton, The Highlands Current. Second place, Tim Lamort, The Rivertowns Enterprise. And first place,
This photo represents a moment in time, a moment in these boys' lives, yet also portrays a blast to the past feel. Composition-wise, the image perfectly represents the rules of thirds, with the three boys, each with their own similarities and unique pose differences, along with the top and bottom halves of the photo draws the viewer's eye straight to the subjects. The rarity of the moment captured, three kids entirely engaged in reality around them, is striking. The longer one looks at this picture, the more unusual details begin to reveal themselves, and the more questions surrounding the moment begin to arise.
Feature Photo Division 1, first place goes to Sarah Ames, The Daily Star. Feature Photo Division 2, honorable mention goes to Katie McFadden, The Rockaway Times. Honorable mention goes to Kirill Bromley, The Southampton Press, Eastern Edition. Third place goes to Michael Heller, The Sag Harbor Express. Second place goes to Katie McFadden, The Rockaway Times. And first place,
The photo captures the boys' excitement and amazement.
Feature Photo Division 2 first place goes to Jim Franco, Colony Loudonville Spotlight. And finally, Feature Photo Division 3 honorable mention goes to Adi Talwar, the Norwood News. Third place goes to Mark Schultz, the Daily Gazette. Second place goes to Mark Schultz, the Daily Gazette. And first place?
A lovely shot, close up and personal in a way that pulls the viewer in.
Feature Photo Division 3 first place goes to Julia Hopkins, the Watertown Daily Times. And that concludes today's presentation. Congratulations to all of our winners.